Alright, so I have to unload this pallet full of rubber mats. I'll be using my tractor, but I do have some forks to go on here. You've all heard that expression, measure once, cut twice. Measure twice, cut once. Yeah, I have a different system. So I'm going to set my tractor and align it right with the back of my truck. So like I said, all I have to do is pull my tractor up close enough, and now I simply just set these down into place. Pretty neat concept there. So I'm going to take these over a little bit closer to where I'm going to be using them. All right, now while I'm here, I went ahead and stuck the hay spear back on there because we do need more hay back over at the Longhorn Lester property. I think that'll be far enough in there for me to close my tailgate. There we go. I think we're looking pretty good right there. All right, let's get home and have some coffee. Well, getting back home, and I'm looking for my, well, there they both are. Hello there, Peepet and Terrence. Y'all look, it's both my Peepet and my Terrence. Hey, Terrence. Hey, Peepet. Oh, Lord. Chickens are, oh, Lordy, look at all the chickens everywhere. Let's go see our inside, babies. I'm looking for babies. Hello there, sweet babies. Hello, oh my goodness gracious. Hello to all the sweet babies. Hello, who else wants to come out of there? Who else wants to come out of there and run around? Who else can come run around? Anybody else? Hey, where's the babies? Hello there. Hello there to you two little rats. Oh no! Did I smash you? Did I smash you back there, little ones? Hello, I'm so sorry I smashed you. Oh my gosh, there's rats all over the house. Barnett down. In the bucket? Down here? Oh Lord, they're in there fighting, Jamie. They're in there fighting. They got the fight club. That's the fighting cave. Oh boy. Oh, there's babies everywhere. Come on, Stella. I'm so sorry, sweetie. I locked you out. Do you mind? Excuse me, please. Oh, Jamie. I know we had gotten two. Yes, sir. These are some big cups. Stop eating all their food. Christmas, that's not yours. Get out of there. I'm sorry, kitties. So sorry, kitties. Christmas, no. Y'all be sweet to these kitties and let them share. Stella, let the kitties share with you. This is at 2 times creamier. 2 times as creamy as the normal stuff. We gotta hurry. All right, Jamie, coffee is hot and it's coming your way, girl. Hot coffee's coming your way. You guys need to look out. Oh, Lord. Are we in the green room yet?
We are.
We're in the green room. All right, here we go.
Survivor. I'm a survivor, survivor. Who will be the ultimate survivor? Let's find out when you spend a day in our shoes. All you creators, our sanctuary is waiting. Who will win the title? Well, it could be you. Survivor, survivor. I'm a survivor.
Hi to hello, my friends. This is the official calm before the storm because we have us a storm of brewing. Not literally, but we have us a weekend full, packed full. This is hot.
We gotta hold by the handle, weirdo. Who doesn't hold their coffee cup by the handle?
My handle has a weird stringy thing stuck to it.
Yeah, see, look.
That's pretty good.
It's delicious.
I wonder
I've
if
waited for this moment.
You want me to box cut yours off of there too?
I'm not bothered by mine, but sure, you can take it off.
Ouch!
Well, maybe you shouldn't.
I'm going to just snip them right off of there. So we were gifted these cups recently. Mine said, there's a fly. Mine says it feels good to get stuff done.
Mine too.
They're matching cups. We like matching cups.
They're borderline buckets. Like they're really big cups of coffee. Won't have to refill them today.
Do you need more cream in yours by any chance?
No, mine's perfect.
Yours
color.
is good?
You need more?
I'm fine. You want to trade?
Yeah, we can trade.
So
What'd you put in yours?
no, nothing.
If I die tomorrow or today, you can justify or you can bring it back to this moment of this right here.
We have discovered something that the creamer that we ordered, maybe accidentally, maybe that's just the way they make it now. It's 2 times creamier than what it used to be.
Yes.
And so I wasn't aware of that when I started putting cream in my coffee this week. And Jamie was the first to call out. She goes, the coffee tastes different. And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't do anything weird to it.
I'm not usually sensitive to taste like that. Lester's usually the one that's like, the bread has to be stale today or tomorrow. It's like, what? Like he can tell everything. He's very sensitive to taste, and I'm not. But the coffee creamer tasted different. I'm like, it tastes thicker. And it was.
Here's what's weird. I noticed the color of my coffee early in the week. I didn't notice the taste. So it was early in the week. I bet you it was probably Monday or Tuesday. I was at the JL Ranch. There were some people who may have been watching, and I'm like, why is my coffee so light? I didn't think much about it. Well, it's so light because the double shot of creamer makes it lighter, obviously.
Well, you are the creamer creep.
The creamer creep.
Yeah.
I'm the creamer creep.
You don't even remember this? We sat here and had this whole conversation of your creamer obsession with the gas station next door and how
you scared me. I thought something else you were talking about. Oh, Lord. Please don't do that. Don't. Oh, God. My heart. I can't hold it in. I can't keep it in. I'm not ready. I'm not in character. Y'all. I'm sorry. You caught me.
You totally broke it. I haven't seen him break in a long time. And now you're embarrassed that you did. Look how red he's turning. He was trying to hold it together so well.
I was going to make it sound like it was something else you were referring to, something a little risque or something a little Saturday night-ish. The creamer creep. Well, you are the creamer criminal. You don't talk about that. That's private. And then I ended up just not being able to hold it together.
You're so bad.
See, I had to put myself into mode. I had to mode. I can do this. I'm really good at this. I don't break as long as I'm in character. Today, I'm not in character, y'all. You got me out of character. I'm so glad that you're here, though, because...
Why wouldn't I be here?
Well, no, what I'm saying is because it makes it nicer whenever I have some fun, what I consider to be fun innuendos that I have a lot of fun with, that other people find complete distaste and disgust for. And I love the fact that Jamie is okay with my sense of humor, even if it includes an occasional innuendo. And some people don't like the innuendos. Now, what I'm going to tell you all is something that you probably don't know, but this one over here does. She has as many innuendos as I do, but she doesn't, but you don't do them on camera. She doesn't say them on camera because she
Whatever.
don't want all them sweet ladies to find her to be unladylike.
That is so untrue.
Look at your face. Her face says it all. Look at her
It's not-
face.
You made me
Look
laugh.
at her.
You did this. I am
Are
not
you-
that way.
Hold on. Are you telling me that you don't, on multiple times throughout the day,
No.
make?
You are full of it.
Okay. So sure, I'm just making this all up. There's one thing I don't really have to do much because I am who I am. I don't have to create stories.
I don't create stories.
I don't have to fib. Okay. I don't have to fib. Anywho,
I may slide one in or two every once in a while, but it isn't all day, every day, like you're making it sound.
I didn't mean to make it sound like you're just some kind of a weirdo all day, every day. And if I sounded that way, I take it back. But we have fun, y'all. We have fun. We love life. We enjoy the days that we have.
Even in the most stress, to be honest with you, the most stressful times is when my mind goes sick, and like I will find humor in some of the most stressful times, mostly to try to break up the stress and to laugh at myself. So those tend to come out in those times. Sorry.
The way I look at it is this over here. And I don't mean this in a mean way. And I hope that you don't take this wrong. But I think that there's people who watch our channel who, if we knew them, and I say in real life, I mean, this is real life.
Face to face.
But if we ever met you face to face, man, some of us would get along so darn good. Some of us would get along. Oh my God, we would get along so good. And you know it. Some would get along. They would love you. But whenever I show up, they'd be like, well, I need to get moving. I need to get a move on.
And the same for me, though. There's some that would be like,
they'll hang out with me.
Why is she here?
Yeah. But there are many who I think that we would both get along with so darn well. And we would have so much fun with. But, and I'm not saying you don't have to get along with me or Jamie to be a part of this family, because, hey, in every family, you always have those few dysfunctional ones. Those few black sheep, okay? So fine, I'll just be the black sheep of this family too.
I've been the black sheep of my family, though.
Yeah. Hey, that would be a great question to ask you all. Because if you've never been a black sheep, you would not get how difficult it is. But how many of you guys who are watching right now have also, or maybe you are now, the black sheep of your family? The black sheep of your family, because I will raise my hand high.
Same. And
I don't care if my mom or dad hear this, because I've brought it to their attention many times. And every one of my siblings know it, that Lester's the black sheep of the family. It used to bother me. And now I'm just like, whatever. This is just who I am. I'm the black sheep, whatever. And you are too.
I am. Mine is for all kinds of reasons, mostly because I chose a career path that wasn't in the hometown and in the, stay home.
You didn't stick around at Clinton County, Jamie. You didn't get you a job there at the Piggly Wiggly in Clinton
County. I had
County.
a son that I wasn't married to his dad, and like all of those things. And I was the oldest. So, here I am. First to screw it all up, basically.
Are y'all considered the Bible Belt up there?
No.
So you're not in the Bible Belt. So
no, just Catholic. But yeah, I'm the black sheep for a lot of reasons, but I own it, and I like take it or leave it. This is what you get. And I've always said to everyone, including y'all, I'm just Jamie.
I'm putting glasses on. I can't see a thing.
Oh my God.
Do I need to see anything?
No.
I just want to read.
Oh my gosh.
My body begs to read. My body begs to read.
See, this is the difference. In real life, in person, you're conversating and you're talking and you don't have to read. So what are you doing?
I'm tossing tortillas at Hank to move away, and putting our light up here so it doesn't put that thing on my glasses. I'd rather have that.
You don't have a shadow?
No. What do you call those glasses? They're really fancy, and they will kind of change colors throughout the course of the day.
A transition?
I like to have this transitional look. And by me moving that ring light up there, it sort of gives me a natural transition into a different colored lens.
It makes me look dead.
No, it does not. I'll put it back. I
It's
don't care.
okay.
I don't care if I have white googly eyes.
Leave it up there. It's better that way.
You sure?
It's fine.
All
It doesn't matter. We're all friends. We're all just having
Hey,
coffee
Dwayne.
together.
There's my boy Dwayne.
Saturday morning. We have
My
a
friend.
lot going on today. As you saw, Lester was using the tractor this morning for part of today's project. Today's beginning project. This project is going to be a lengthy one, and I expect it to be many nights and many like this is going to be something. And we're doing it in blocks. So that's the other part, is like just as much as we can afford at a time to be able to do, but it is necessary to do because we need to be able to have partitions and places to put people.
So I'll tell y'all,
Horses.
I'll tell you a little bit of a secret that Jamie and I have talked about. But she wants to be equally invested in this project, yet we cannot see eye to eye. And there's nothing wrong with that, guys. There's nothing wrong with the fact that a partner doesn't always see eye to eye with their significant other. I mean, is that true?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone out there, unless you're just a pushover mom or dad or husband or wife, who, yes, dear, yes, dear, yes, dear. Well, neither one of us are yes, dear kind of people. We like, anywho, what I'm saying is, so what we've decided to do is to sort of do the stalls where there will be some things that I'm in charge of. Do or die, y'all. Do or die. It may work out to be a great success, or it may be an ultimate fail. But either way, I'm in charge of the three.
Yeah.
The side, the back, and the divider wall.
Yes.
Oh boy. I'm in charge of those three sections, and Jamie's going to be in charge of the front. And the reason that we chose that is because Jamie really wants to try to find a way to make the front, look beautiful.
I want it to look beautiful, but be safe and functional in the same way. And Lester's, this is not a judgment of your skill set or anything like that. I think I'm way more in the details is all. And yeah, so Lester's going to be in charge of the back three, and I'm going to do the face of it all.
Well, I start my part today. We do have to wait on a delivery driver who said that they have us scheduled for late morning.
Oh, it's late morning now?
Now it's moved to late morning. So when I think of late morning, I'm thinking 10, 11, 12. Don't worry, my phone is on.
I was like, we're on a live and we're not there.
No, here's the thing. My mom called me twice. I gave special. I put a note on the order yesterday. I told the sweet lady who answered the phone, I says, listen, you have to put this as a note that I says, the guy has to call me before he leaves the building. Before he leaves, headed my way with the order, he has to call me because I have to be over there. And she goes, well, we have you down for late morning. So in my mind, I'm thinking anytime before noon would be the late morning. And that will be great. So we'll get the supplies, and then I will get started. But like I said, and I've tried to remind this to everybody that this, and you even just now said it, this is not going to be an overnighter, and this is not going to be anything that you're going to, one day it's there, and then one day it's not there, then one day it is. It's going to be a step by step by step. And we're also doing it in pieces, guys. I'm not trying to sound, oh, poor us, look what we got to do. But stalls are expensive, and we have a budget, and we are very, we know our bills and we know our budget. And so we're going to do it in steps, but we are going to do 2 big stalls first for Val and for Roman.
And I also think this is a learning piece, right? So don't expect us to not screw it up, because I don't know if you know this or not.
I'll admit my screw ups. You'll probably just, you'll find a way to hide yours, mask them.
So here's the thing. Lester and I are great at a lot of things. Measuring might be somebody's strength and somebody's weakness here. And I was born with the how hard could it be gene. And
that's true.
And I'm just like, come on, we can do this. We can accomplish it. And Lester's like, do you know what you're asking us to do? Like, you're insane. So
let me address this real fast, and you could please help me with this. So, Mr. Elvis, it's nice to meet you, sir, and thank you for bringing that to our
Wait, is this
attention.
like the Elvis?
Jamie, don't start your conspiracy stuff right now.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Fields says there's been 2 ads play on his live already. So we are 20 minutes in. So in my opinion, I think that I would have expected more ads than that. I watch YouTube videos as well.
Yeah.
And I sometimes feel like I see ads every 5 minutes. So if we're 20 minutes in, I would have thought to have already experienced 4 ads. So want you all to know, and I'm happy that you're all here to hear me say this together with Jamie to vouch for me. We have nothing to do with the ads. We don't set the ads.
That's all YouTube does.
This is YouTube and Facebook. And I do believe that they also select the ads. So whatever ads you see, be it something that you agree with or don't agree with in politics or whatever, that's not on us. That's not on us. We don't select the ads. Ads are selected based on what the cookies they collect off of your data from your phone. So I do apologize for those who are getting annoyed by the ads, but remember that we don't set those. That's something that has to do with Facebook and YouTube. And I do believe that they control that. But I will say, as much as we don't like talking about money, it is the advertisers who pay us. We don't, YouTube does not send Lester or Jamie a check. It's the advertisers who we get a percentage of the ad revenue. They call it ad revenue. Ad revenue is what they call it. So the ads that you guys see, as much as you get annoyed by them, they're helping to do a lot of things that we do with the barns and with the stalls and with the this and with the that.
And if they say skip, you can skip.
Yes. If they say skip it, then please skip it, y'all. Just skip it. Or like one lady said, you know what? When an ad comes on, I go make me another cup of coffee. When the ad comes on, I run to the restroom. When the ad comes on, and so do that when the ad comes on. But we've grown up. Every one of us have grown up in the age of TV with commercials, and those commercials, oh my God.
That's how they paid for their shows, though.
But the commercials are how they paid for their shows and how they had that at that spot. So ads are nothing new. I'm so sorry that you have to still deal with ads, even in the age of on demand. Ads are still there. And then I noticed, Jamie, that I watched lots of Netflix shows at night when I'm falling asleep. And now, used to, when you would watch your Netflix, because you already pay $9 whatever it is a month for Netflix.
It's more than that now.
It's more than that now?
It's way more than that now.
But now, even during a Netflix, every so often, an ad will play.
Yeah.
And it's something you can't skip it. It's
so
30 minutes, 30 seconds.
Hulu has a version that's really inexpensive that involves ads, and then you can pay to not watch ads. And I think YouTube has something called Premium as well. That is like if you don't want to watch ads.
I'll watch ads, y'all. I know it goes to help the support. I don't watch them. If it says skip, then I'll skip them. But please don't think that I just want you to know that we're not sitting here saying, hey, let's play an ad.
Fire an ad.
Ooh, let's give these guys an ad.
No, my hands are on my coffee in here. No ads
but
have been placed.
Let's stop
Jamie.
talking about that. But for Mr. Elvis, Fields, thank you for letting us know. But honestly, there's not a darn thing we can do about it.
I have to say a thank you to Celeste for the super chat as well. I saw that fly by, but you were heavy in the conversation.
Jamie called me last night. I was doing a live, but listen, whenever you go live from your phone, you can turn off if the ads are not the ads, but when you're the creator and you're videoing, and sometimes all of the chat is interfering with you focusing or whatever, you can turn that off. You can't see it. So I'm not reading a darn thing. I don't have my glasses. I can't see anything anyway. So I'm just making this wonderful video of all the animals. And I got some good loving from Roman. Did you happen to watch any of that?
Did.
Roman let me love him and love him and love him. And guys, I was blown out of the water when I get a phone call from her. Right when I ended my live, she calls. And she says, did I see how kind everyone was being? And I'm like,
over the
people
top
were being
kind.
nice to me. And so I thought she meant by compliments, by words of encouragement, by supporting words. But you guys you had created your very own, someone created their very own fundraiser. And You weren't calling it balls for stalls or balls against the walls. You weren't making me do any dancing or no magic tricks or anything else. You were just being so kind. And she's sitting there very emotional, which gets me emotional. And I want you to know that we don't ask you for money, friends. We really insist that you guys do things for yourselves. And even though we know this is a big project, we are blessed in the fact that we work hard and we take a lot of pride. We appreciate you wanting to be a part of it, and don't think that we'll ever not realize how much you've done for not only us, but our entire family with your generosity and your love. But like Jamie says, just your time.
Yes.
The fact that you take time to watch our videos and you put up with those annoying ads and all of those things mean so very much to us. But you guys were very kind to me last night, and I thank you for that. I don't deserve you guys. I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't deserve you. I don't know how God put me in your path or put you in my path. However all that works, I don't get it. I don't get that for nothing. But you were just so very sweet to me yesterday. So thank y'all for that. And I give you my word. I'm taking off my glasses.
Oh, thanks.
So I can see you. But I give you my word that we're not the kind to splurge and blow money left and right. We don't vacate. Well, we used to vacation before our kids got married. We used to vacation, but now we don't vacation. We don't have lake houses. We don't go off and do all those things. We really do turn our money into projects for animals and their best life. We got a kitty cat.
I got somebody crying.
We got a kitty cat right here in the room with us who probably can't find his or her way back home. Bring that kitty cat over here, Jamie. Bring that kitty cat over here.
Oh, he's so full.
Guys, we got so many cats running around our house. It's like we're in trouble, y'all. We're in big trouble because she's falling in love with these guys. She keeps falling in love with them over and over and over and over again. Oh, she keeps falling. I don't want a kitty to hold.
There you go.
She keeps falling in love with them over and over. And was this our winner of the race?
I think so.
Over and over again. This kitty is wet on its back.
That's because Stella just licked it. And so what she was doing, or what, I don't know if that's a boy or girl. What they were doing is walking around because Stella got back on the couch and she couldn't get to Stella.
So what Stella likes to do is herd them back to their room. Stella is so wonderful of a dog, and she takes care of all of the babies, be it chickens or anybody. She wants them to stay close to their mom. So what Stella will do is like nudge them. And yesterday, for the first time, look, we witnessed Stella actually do this
to bring it back,
to pick up the cat right there where all you guys know that all moms pick up their kittens from behind their neck. Stella literally picked her up, and I'm like, Stella. And I said, I'll carry her back. I will carry her back. But Stella was trying to carry these kittens back to their room.
Stella's going to mom them right up.
Stella loves all babies. I got a text just now. Can you hold this baby?
They are at this cute phase of like running around, and they are the most social cats I've ever been. I haven't been around kittens a lot, okay? But they're so social and they want to be a part of everything we're doing. They'll like come into my office if the door is open, and I'm having a really hard time because it's time for me to set up the playpen out there underneath the RV cover. It's time for them all to take a little trip outside and have some sunshine in their lives and get some grass under their feet and start to explore. But I love them. I love them a lot. And look at that little face right there. What
we do have to do, though, is get their little playpen set up outdoors into our shop area. Not to worry, guys. In our shop or underneath our eave. They call it an eave or an overhang. Both. Same thing. Right there by our RV. And we will put them out there. But my biggest worry is that mom's going to try to carry them back somewhere. We don't want mom to go hide them. I don't think she will. And we could always leave mom in the house and put only the kittens out there for a few hours a day.
That's what I was thinking about too.
We could probably do that. Go ahead and
enjoy that, actually.
Huh?
She'll probably enjoy that. She'll get up on top of that tower and just stare down at them, screaming at her for hours. She's like, not yet, not yet. Too soon. Mom's having her time.
Yeah. A lot of folks are talking about different catalogs you can go to to order parts and pieces for the
People have
horse
sent me some.
stables. But listen, that's not on me. I already have my ideas.
It's my, so it's on me for the face, and I appreciate everybody sending them.
You call it the face, like the facade, the front of it.
That's what I'm calling it.
Okay.
I think they call it the front, but either way, I reviewed some of those last night and this morning, and I have my ideas. And I need to see what this guy does to be able to figure out, make sure that my plan is going to work. But I have a plan. But I am going to have to order some parts because of the track for the doors and things like that. Yes.
Jamie was so very confused about why I was ordering gates. She knew I wanted to have a gate for the front and the back of the stable.
I thought he messed up when he
to
was
keep
placing
the
order.
horses out of there while I'm working. But she didn't know why I would have ordered 4 mesh gates. She's like, what?
I was like, you only ordered 4, right? He's like, yeah. You don't get what I'm doing. I'm like, apparently not. I guess I'll see it when I see it.
Well, you guys know that this was just my thinking, that above that 3-foot kickboard, we need to go ahead higher. You have to go higher than that so the horses don't bite each other through the stables, right? Or through their stalls.
Right.
And I did not want to have anything with pipe, like what do they call those? Just like a pipe gate, because Gemma has been known to put her head sideways in there and go.
And their feet can get stuck in there, like, and Roman already does that thing where he like.
Well, this is the 3 feet off the ground one. So this is I decided to go ahead and just buy me a gate, a 12-foot gate that's going to fit across there, and then I'm going to try to get some U-bolts to bolt it into place where it's nice and secured to the pipes, the steel frame. Yes.
So the
mesh gate.
So the mesh gate is a regular gate, but
Shelly is so sweet. Shelly, where did you go? Shelly, don't you leave me. Hold on.
The bottom half of it is like welded wire that has tiny little, it looks like a fence that's attached to the gate, almost like.
Could you please look at what Shelly said right there? Because Shelly watches my videos. Just saying. If someone else would watch my videos on occasion, I'm just going to be honest. I only watch a few of Jamie's videos a week, and the one that I cannot miss is Thursday night. Boy, I am hooked. Can I tell them what happened on Thursday night and how upset I was that you started without me? Yeah. So Thursday, you guys know that Jamie has this Thursday night show. I just call it a show because I'm old school. She has this Thursday night show where she talks about stories and secrets and conspiracies. And I am so invested. So I'm sitting here in the tub on Thursday, and I had forgotten what time it was, knowing darn well I had to go over to the JL and do my afternoon feed up. So I'm just kicked back in the tub, just like relaxing. And she says, you know, it's 7:30. I'm like, yeah. And I'm just on my phone, just like kicked back, relaxing. And she goes, okay.
I'm like, what? Like, he doesn't know.
Because I feed after dark all the time. I feed after dark. And then all of a sudden it struck me. She goes live at 8. And I'm like, shit fire. So I jumped out of that tub.
He really did jump out of the tub. Like, he like hauled ass out.
I had soap all over me. I was like half shaven. I didn't care, y'all. I didn't care. I jumped out of that tub because I did not want to miss her show. And so I jumped out and I ran, jumped in the truck, grabbed as many dogs as wanted to come with me. But here was the problem. As I'm driving there, I realized I had no dinner, and there's a Jack in the Box and that little bodega right down the road. And I'm thinking I can swing by there real fast, grab me something to eat while I watch her show. And so I swing in there real fast, couldn't find the darn donuts, couldn't find the nachos. They didn't have any gallons of milk, only had those little bitty tiny pints or half pints. And I'm like, this is just taking me forever. I finally got out of there. I drive up to the JL at 8:05. I get there at 8:05. I'm like, it's okay. She's always late. She's always late. I run in, plop down on that love seat right there. That not love seat, but that recliner. Feet coming up. And if lo and behold, She has not already started,
It starts at 8.
and she started right on time.
And he was so mad at me.
late.
He messages me later and goes, I can't believe that you actually started on time. Why would you do that? I don't know, because I said I would.
Well, here's my thing. I didn't want to back up and start from the beginning. I could have done that, but I wanted to see what you're talking about now. I wanted to be current with everybody else. I wanted to be there in real time and see what everyone's saying and what you're saying. So now I ended up missing the first 5 minutes of it, all because of the devil got into me to get my
because of your
donuts.
spicy nachos. You
My
couldn't find the
spicy
right
nachos,
size spicy nachos.
donuts,
Doritos.
and my white milk. Yes. I will never lose the weight that I promised myself to lose. By my birthday, y'all, I had made a goal that by my birthday, I would weigh 200 pounds and be in wonderful shape. My birthday is less than a month away, and I am not going to make it. Poor Rita has to continue to hold up this fat butt of mine. Anyway, it's all good.
Anyway, I don't, like, in my defense about not watching your videos, I don't watch anyone's videos. I have no time at all. My time is like down to the minute consumed. And then I did just add 2 days of podcasting on to that plate. So now I'm also sorting out email. Like, this is sad and embarrassing. I was up until 1 o'clock this morning, like sorting through and planning and just thinking through and researching, and I probably got a little bit ahead of myself in saying that I would start Scandalous Saturdays today, but I'm still doing
You're
it.
starting, right?
I am starting.
But
but it's not
I need
like
that in my life.
I don't have the intro done. I don't have the logo. I don't have all of that done. So either way, we're getting it a little bit raw tonight, like, and just we're going to give it a try. So
that's okay. So Scandalous Saturday is going to be a little bit more of the adult version of Thursday.
It's people's story. It's all Scandalous Saturdays are stories. We're not going to dive in and do the same thing we do on Thursdays. This is just the stuff that I feel is a little bit more risque and a little bit more extreme. And this is embarrassing, but I think Thursday's like school night and work night, so we can't be naughty on that night. And then Saturday is naughty. I literally had to tell my mom and grandma not to watch. Yeah,
well, I think we should tell a lot of people not to watch. There are some people that if you
are sensitive or
if you don't like the real, because I mean, there's people who kind of like hide themselves into whatever they get into, and they don't realize that in real life, their life can be quite disturbing in so many ways. And there are affairs, and there are children born out of wedlock, and I'm just reciting things that I've heard you say.
Yeah.
There are men that crawl into bed beside women who might be dreaming, who might just be a dream, or it might just be a setup. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is things happen, and there are people who don't mind sharing their stories. Someone says over here, life is not a Disney movie. And it's not, this is way less emotion versus, Thursday's podcast, I think, is all over the place between secrets and, the secret stories and conspiracies. Like, I feel like that's more about like connection. What would you do? And other things like that. This is more, I'm just risky, juicy, extreme. Like, I like spicy. It's spicy. And then, so here's something else too, and that you have to remind people of. And I saw this yesterday on Facebook. Oh my gosh, so many times. But remember, guys, Jamie puts out 5, maybe 6 videos a week, and they're all animal related. And she jumps around to different animals and different projects that do with the animals, right?
And gardening and maybe a trip here.
Yeah, so that's what you all met. That's how you all met Jamie, right? And then Lester puts out at least 10, sometimes more videos per week. I also go live every morning and every night. And so you look at 20, I put out 20 times a week, y'all. Yeah. I put out 20 times a week, which is an ungodly number. And those are all around animals. So if on a very rare occasion, I want to just kind of have some fun with the mannequin, or if I want to have some fun with, I don't know, a skit of some sort,
It's Lester's channel.
it's my channel.
Lester's.
And it's shame on the people who say, I'm only here for the animals, or I can't believe how this channel has changed over the years. And I'm thinking, oh my God, where has this lady been for the last 22 videos I put out this week that were only about animals, horses and cows and ostriches and goats and pigs and cats and dogs and chickens and all of the things. So just know that those occasional videos that you may get on a Thursday or you may get on a Saturday from Jamie, or a random here or there from me. Lester puts out a lot, says Lindsay. Thank you, Lindsay. Yes. I'll put it out, y'all. Just know that these are the rarities. These are the rarities. You don't have to watch. You don't have to. If it's not your thing, then you don't have to.
And I think that mixing it up is showing our diversity, and then it's showing you, it's just giving you other insights into our lives.
Well, I think that you have a gift that shows not only when you make an animal video, because you're able to tie in and bring in so much feeling and emotion in your animal stories, but you also connect on a people level even more when you do a Timeout Tuesday, when you're able to talk about things. And now adding the Thursday to it, now you're able to bring in and incorporate other people's stories of hardships and trials and survivor stories, along with a little bit of fun in the conspiracy stuff. So that's just a gift. And now I'm not tooting my own horn, but Jamie,
I was just going to say, like, Mr. Cinematography here has upped his game. And this is funny. So I have been downloading older videos and repurposing them on Facebook, because there's a lot of people who don't know old stories. For instance, this morning, the story of Carl hatching the babies was on Facebook. And so many people were confused about, like, when did this happen? Where are you even at? Whose house are you at? And then just craziness. Because even though I put throwback and all those things, but what I really learned is how far you have come and how much talent that you have built in your ability to tell a story that not just with words. And like the angles tell so much more. And in those days, we were not doing anything like that. And it's really incredible to watch. Even this morning, as we open this video and you're showing your movement of the tractor and stuff, and I'm watching, the camera is right next to where he's picking up all of those mats. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's scary of how heavy that was. And the angle that you had it on, I would have been freaking out thinking those things are just going to go, but it gives you a different perspective versus just like from our face.
Well, here's what I'm going to say about it. And I thank you for that compliment. That's sweet. But I'm just going to say this, and I don't mean any disrespect to the other internet farmers, but you can take and find 1,000 channels that have to do with internet farming, internet homesteading, internet gardening, and you're going to find a first person narration of, today we're going to put tomatoes out there and we're going to,
That's
fertilize.
Me.
And
that's me.
No. You don't understand what I'm saying. You don't understand what I'm saying.
I do.
But they talk through, they're more like do-it-yourselfer type videos. I find that as not being, that I don't find that as entertaining. So I just like to find ways to mix it up a little bit and have some fun, try to throw in some different angles. And I am also a man, and I have a different perspective on life and joy and the things that bring me laughter. So by all means, guys, just love me for who I am, or don't. But remember, internet, choosing your channels is a choice.
And I think what we're also saying, though, is that the different days and the variety of what we're showing on our channels allows you to pick and choose when you watch as well. And, you know, my putting something on Saturday night is really like taking away from all my normal times, keeping everything else the same, but adding to in a very offset time frame that I don't normally do. I usually take Saturday nights off, if you want to know the truth.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I've added something that is like, it's fun and it's interesting.
You do need a refill.
I'm okay.
You don't want any more?
Only if you're gonna get up.
I'll get up.
Okay.
But I was surprised. I'm like, I drank that whole cup, and so did you.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be fun, and it's going to be thought provoking. It's going to be a little bit shocking. It's going to be all those things. And, you know, come and just be prepared that it is an adult show. It's not animals. It's not cute things. I'm not singing. I'm not gardening. I'm not, you know, all those sides of things, not going, you know, not brushing horses or anything else. Saturday nights are scandalous. That's what I'm going to say.
Well, Jamie's mom, her own mom, said that she doesn't want to watch anything that's not going to bring her laughter and joy. She doesn't want to have to deal.
Well, she didn't say laughter and joy. She was okay with the emotion, but she's like, I just feel like they're so extreme and like it's a lot. And I'm like, I said, you should see the ones that I didn't read. Like, yeah,
but what I'm saying is the part that she did not want to deal with was she has enough drama in her own life that why should she sit there and have to hear about someone else's drama?
Yeah.
And you may feel the same way. You may feel the same way. Personally, though, yeah, I got as much drama in my life as anybody.
We all do.
So do you. But I love to hear about other people's drama. I don't sit and have lunch with friends and hear about other people's lives and relationships and who's cheating on who and who's having a baby from who. I play with mannequins, y'all. I just create my own stories with my mannequins, right?
It'll be at 8 p.m. Central tonight. A funny thing that I ran across actually last night is a girl on TikTok who lives in some little town in like Tennessee, and she shares the town drama. She makes up names about who the people actually are, but she's a hairdresser in town. So she gets all the scoop and all the gossip, and she literally shares it about like who's mad at who, about their fence and about their chicken running over and about their rooster or their dog poops in their yard or this person ended up spending the night at this person's house. And I was like, how fun.
Hold on. I just had a brilliant idea, even though it would they would throw rocks and old vegetables at me. What if I did something like this? This would be horrible. I'm just going to give you a snippet of it, okay? Well, this week on the hill.
Oh, see, you can't.
This week on the hill, somebody let their goats out and then tore up all of my mom's rose garden. Well, it was a big joke to that person. And if that wasn't bad enough, here comes them guineas digging them holes. And they all laid down there to cool off. My mom was steaming mad. And so I don't have to say any names. I ain't saying any names, but you all are saying, that's Pawpaw's goats.
Yeah.
They were Pawpaw's guineas. Well, in the meantime, someone else got on his horse and was riding circles around his yard. That horse could have stepped in a hole. There was garbage, and he was having to jump and maneuver that horse around, all kinds of trash and garbage. Well, that you're talking about Jake. You're being mean to Jake. Well, and then, oh my God, if someone doesn't go on the internet in selfie mode and say, poor me, poor me.
What? If there was never any other Morrow Hill channels.
You're talking about Sister Kim.
But there were never any Morrow Hill channels, though. You could have totally taken that and be like, this week on the hill.
Gosh darn it.
Like, dang it. Now they'll have their own channels and they can't defend that. They're able to defend themselves now. So.
There's this one guy and his wife, and they want to stay up all night long. Oh, they just going to be up all night watching this. And
they get DoorDash for every meal. And there's always a DoorDasher driving up and down the driveway.
Every time you see lights coming up, it's that DoorDash. They ain't cooked a meal in weeks. Yeah. That's Ellie and Megan.
But they wouldn't know that.
But y'all would know.
But they would, but they wouldn't have had nobody ever had any channels.
Oh, I know. But because they all have channels, I think that
Why don't you just make it about?
You all would hate me if y'all would hate me for that.
Why don't you just make it about the Taylor Lake tea out here and just talk about that drama?
Oh, that's no fun. I don't have time to snoop on them. But see, I could actually snoop on everyone's videos. Oh, and look who's building the garden of the year. Well, once again, the garden club is at work. This year, they're going to put in sprinklers, drip line. Look at them, don't they? Oh, and they got them a little fruit stand, free veggies. And, well, you're talking about Stephanie and Buddy, Lester. That's mean. So I could never do that, even though it'd be so darn fun.
You should just do it about the littles over here. You should just make one up about the littles, like the littles tea here. I double dog dare you to do that.
The who?
The littles. The drama out there with the littles, and just make it similar to how you would talk about Morrow Hill like that, except for over here you'd be like, and by the way, did you know that Dinky Darrell spent the night with Imogene last night? And Donkey Dan watched from afar, and meanwhile Ringo slept right next to him while the whole thing was happening, and and whatever. Ernie's over here sick, and Andy's still spitting in his face and whatever. Like, you just have to, I think you need to dramatize the tea, except for, or take the stories of Morrow Hill and just put them in the animals' names.
Elizabeth, who I call Betty, says, please keep going, Lester. I'm just trying to think of who I'm forgetting. Bree and Dan. Okay, here we go. Well, poor somebody wants to do a cooking show, but his wife can't get a word in otherwise. If he ain't off at that lake fishing, spending time at his lake property, he wants to come home and demand that someone has all the groceries there, all the pots and pans laid out, and if it's not perfect, and then so that you're all saying, that's Dan and Lou, that's Dan and Lou, right? And then I got to think of something with Bree. Oh, and if this other girl would spend half the time fixing her little girl's hair the way she fixes her horse's hair, and y'all be like, that's Brienne and Carter, and we love Carter just the way she is. Man, I could get in so much trouble, Jamie. Yeah. If I'm not the black sheep enough as it is.
You're pretty much going to become the buried sheep after that.
I would be the buried sheep. I would go missing, y'all. I would go missing, and you're not going to find my body out in Plum Grove. Even though, did you see this story? It's the saddest one ever. Neighbor sees all of these dogs on the back of the property, doesn't know what's going on. She ends up at some point walking out to look, and there's a horse that has passed away, has died, and these dogs are eating on it. Aww. They're in Plum Grove out in the out in the neighborhood that we always talk about. And then it was you know how I found out? It was the animal lady who we met, the one that helped a lot with Stella. Remember that lady? You met her too. Yes, I think it was her. And she's the one that posted about it, asking for the police to come out and do an investigation. They wouldn't come because there's nothing. They said nothing we can do about it. We don't have any animal control out here. So there's just a dead horse laying on someone's property with all of these stray dogs eating on it. Guys, it is a mess out there. It is a mess. That's horrible. It is horrible. I just hope that the horse passed from a natural cause and not from starvation or anything. But what worries me is, how would this horse have gotten to her property? Because normally when a horse passes, what you have to do is move the horse to where you want to bury it. Yeah. Or if you choose to let it return to Mother Nature, you move it somewhere where it has a chance to decompose and let the scavengers have it, right? Okay, I've seen it both ways. Some will bury it, some will cremate. We've done both. If you had it
euthanized, all of that is toxic. It'll kill everything that eats it.
Yes, you cannot euthanize an animal and then let it return to scavengers, because it will kill all of those animals eating on it. So this poor lady calls the sheriff's department, and they won't send anybody out because they don't have an animal control. They don't have animal control. And then I'll tell you something really, really, really horrible about the county. Jamie and I took a drive through the county seat, which is the capital of the county, you might say. Would you believe that we were shocked at their roads Guys, they have redone the entire town.
Their sidewalks.
Oh my
their
God. The
lighting,
little,
their landscaping.
the little town of Liberty, Texas, which is the county seat of Liberty County, man, it has had this major facelift.
Huge.
It's beautiful. The courthouse has all been redone. This place is gorgeous. And I'm like, Jamie, look at this. They're taking, I guarantee you, they're taking all of those tax dollars that those neighborhoods that are just blowing up, just thousands and thousands of people moving in, paying all these taxes, yet we're not getting the representation. We're not getting the extra police or the extra fire or the extra anything, but all that money is going into the county and they're just living large because that part of the county is not seeing the boom of the population. No. That part of the county is where all of the established folks live, all the old timers, the good old boys. And boy, they have spent that money. That is ridiculous. There should be some kind of law against that.
It was wild to drive through there. Like, it was one of those things where you're like, we were here a few years ago.
Yes.
Because when we started the I'm a Survivor business, we had to go to that courthouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the
night and day.
It was like, I mean, it was like an old rinky-dink town at that point in time, like an old rinky-dink farm town. No anything but a couple gas stations and a few fast food restaurants. And that was the county seat. That's the biggest city in that county. And oh my God, it had a glow up is all I can say. And all those tax dollars have definitely contributed.
I just think, I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works. And guys, I am not going to delve into the politics of Liberty County or anything else. Okay. I live in the same world you do. We just want to make sure we can afford eggs until we start having our own out here.
Which isn't going to be far away, by the way.
I want to be able to afford gas and eggs. Okay. Just like you do.
Something magical happened that you don't know about yet.
Oh, I know.
You do?
It has to do with Terrence. It has to do with Terrence. What do y'all think Terrence did that's magical? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Two things happened that was magical. One thing I actually pee-patted you on. Did you know that?
No.
I pee-patted you. If you think, I'm going to go and reveal this one. Guys, I pee-patted Jamie doing something with Terrence. Do you all know what it was? I can't read what they're saying. Whoa. Jamie?
Shannon got it, I think.
Hold on. So it's spelled wrong, but yes, Terrence did.
You pee-patted me doing that?
Yes, I watched you. I can't find it. Jamie, everyone knows. Everyone knows.
They do know.
How do y'all know? So Terrence did two things this week that was beautiful. One of those things I pee-patted, and Jamie squatted down there with a handful of seed, and Terrence walked up and was sitting there eating out of her hand. Oh, I was fuming mad.
Do you know he's so picky that he eats the mealworms out of that snack thing, and then he'll be like move on. Like he'll come up and pick out the mealworms, and everything else he's like, and then he'll walk away. And you don't know this, but I can pet him. I'm allowed to pet him while he's eating worms out of my hand. Just saying.
I'm so sorry if I gave away your secret, but no, I didn't say
it's not a secret. So I still haven't caught it on camera yet.
Okay.
So I've been stalking Terrence, and I did make a little bit of a video this morning about how I'm like stalking him. But I heard it yesterday morning, and it was the cutest little and he surprised himself. He looked at me like, what was that? And today he made the posture and he tried, and it didn't come out. So we're going to find it. And he's the cutest little guy. I can't believe we got so lucky to have another little same size as Nate little rooster. I don't know who else is a rooster in there yet because none of the rest of them are really acting like it. I have a hunch that we have quite a few.
Yeah.
And we'll have to deal with that.
Yeah.
But
well, once he starts his screaming, then it's going to be time to bring on the hush it up Terrence. Hush it up, Terrence. But that's not there yet. I'm actually looking forward to hearing his little scream.
It was like, like it was all scratchy and
trying.
Like it was so cute. And I can't wait to capture it because he's the neatest looking little chicken.
Belinda
Rooster?
says, just wait till he starts mounting everybody. Yeah, that'll
Here's the
happen
thing.
too.
I think he might be too small to mount everybody except for Peapat.
That'll be perfect then.
I think-
We don't need a whole bunch of chickens running around here.
Well, you think about it. That's how it was with Nate.
Yeah.
Because
Nate
we
could
had
own-
Nate for years, and others. We had Goldie and everybody else, and we had no fertile eggs.
Shut your pie hole, Terrence. I'm trying to make a video here. Oh boy, it's gonna be so fun. Terrence
Terrence
will not listen to me at all.
We have big chicken coop work that's happening this weekend too. Big
Yeah.
chicken coop, because it's time for them to move, because they're eating my plants now, and that's where I draw the line. We're done. We're done here with all
Yep.
the chickens, and they've been sitting on the furniture on the porch. Like throughout the day, you come outside and there's chickens on the patio furniture, just hanging out.
I will say that today in my noon video that comes out today, I do talk a little bit about the chickens and an idea that I posed to Jamie recently, and I can't wait to see your reaction to it. So that will be coming up today. We also returned Kippy. That video comes out today.
Your dad posted that video of us returning Kippy too. I saw that.
It was So I'm only going to put a noon video out today because I'm going to be consumed by 3 o'clock. So y'all will have to forgive me, but I will try to go live if I can, best I can this afternoon over at the other property, and showing you what we got and our progress and how we're going to get started and all of those kind of things. So friends, we got to let you guys go though. We've been up there for an hour. I'm going to let you wrap it up, and then I will start and show you guys what we recorded at the very beginning, into the way we started it.
Thanks, y'all, for joining us for coffee this morning. We love you so very much. We hope that you have a safe day and that you stay well and do something to put some sunshine on your face. And I promise that there is a lot to come today. And I hope to see y'all at 8 o'clock Central tonight on From Suits to Boots YouTube for the Scandalous Saturday version of the Dear Jamie podcast.
Thank you so much, moderators. We're very blessed to have you guys helping us out. Y'all have a fun day, and we love you. Thank you so much for loving us.
Bye, y'all.
Of rubber mats. I'll be using my tractor, but I do have some forks to go on here. You've all heard that expression, measure once, cut twice. Measure twice, cut once. Yeah, I have a different system. So I'm going to set my tractor and align it right with the back of my truck. So like I said, all I have to do is pull my tractor up close enough, and now I simply just set these down into place. Pretty neat concept there. So I'm going to take these over a little bit closer to where I'm going to be using them. All right, now while I'm here, I went ahead and stuck the hay spear back on there because we do need more hay back over at the Longhorn Lester property. I think that'll be far enough in there for me to close my tailgate. There we go. I think we're looking pretty good right there. All right, let's get home and have some coffee. Well, getting back home, and I'm looking for my, there they both are. Hello there, Peapat and Terrence, y'all. Look, it's both my Peapat and my Terrence. Hey, Terrence. Hey, Peapat. Oh, Lord. Chickens are, oh, Lordy, look at all the chickens everywhere. Let's go see our inside, babies. I'm looking for babies.
Hello there, sweet babies. Hello, oh my goodness gracious. Hello to all the sweet babies. Hello, who else wants to come out of there? Who else wants to come out of there and run around? Who else can come run around? Anybody else? Hey, where's the babies? Hello there. Hello there to you two little rats. Oh no! Did I smash you? Did I smash you back there, little ones? Hello, I'm so sorry I smashed you. Oh my gosh, there's rats all over the house. Wanted to...
Look down in the bucket.
In the bucket? Down here? Oh Lord, they're in there fighting, Jamie. They're in there fighting. They got the fight club. That's the fighting cave. Oh boy. Oh, there's babies everywhere. Come on, Stella. I'm so sorry, sweetie. I'll watch out. Do you mind? Excuse me, please. Oh, Jamie. I know we had gotten two. Yes, sir. These are some big cups. Stop eating all their food. Christmas, that's not yours. Get out of there. I'm sorry, kitties. So sorry, kitties. Christmas, no. Y'all be sweet to these kitties and let them share. Stella, let the kitties share with you. This is at 2 times creamier. 2 times as creamy as the normal stuff. We gotta hurry. All right, Jamie, coffee is hot and it's coming your way, girl. Hot coffee's coming your way. You guys need to look out. Oh, Lord. Are we in the green room yet?
We are.
We're in the green room. All right, here we go.
Survivor. I'm a survivor, survivor. Who will be the ultimate survivor? Let's find out when you spend a day in our shoes. All you creators, our sanctuaries waiting. Who will win the title? Well, it could be you. Survivor, survivor.